Hey Cowboys fans, if you don't want to miss any first-hand news from America's team, subscribe to our channel now as we are always attentive to the latest news from the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have been radio silent since being eliminated from the postseason, but Vice President of Player Personnel Will McClay provided a preview of the offseason during a January 23, 2023 episode of Cowboys Hour. During the interview, Cowboys broadcaster Brad Sham made a pitch to McClay for Dallas to sign Commanders defensive tackle Darren Payne in free agency. When you start calculating what free agents you would like to sign, first positionally, Sham remarked. For instance, I'll just tell you right now, I want you to sign Darren Payne. The Cowboys front office member did not shoot down the potential move, admitting he would like to see Payne wearing a star on his helmet as well. McClay added the important caveat of if the Cowboys can afford to add the dominant defensive lineman. Me too. If we can afford it, yeah, McClay said on the possibility of the Cowboys signing Payne. The star defensive tackle is coming off a breakout season, notching 11.5 sacks, 64 tackles, 20 quarterback hits and 5 pass deflections during 17 starts in 2022. Payne played on his fifth-year option for 2022 with a $8.5 million salary after completing a 4-year, $14.4 million rookie contract with Washington. The challenge, as McClay alluded to, is Payne will likely command a deal outside of the Cowboys' price range. Spotrac projects Payne's market value to be a lucrative 5-year, $97 million deal. Dallas is estimated to be nearly $1.6 million above the cap heading into the offseason, meaning some challenging roster cuts are on the way. Without naming names, McClay admitted that the Cowboys have already begun having internal discussions on potential contract restructures. Ezekiel Elliott is among the notable players who could be a cap casualty given his sizable $90 million contract. We have had those internal discussions, because you got to figure out how to manage the credit card, McClay remarked. And out of respect to the people that have done work and that you want on your team, you've got to figure it out and communicate with their guys. Are they going to be insulted? Those are all things that you've got to go through, and you've got to have strong enough relationships with those people and their agents to be able to have those frank conversations. Cowboys urge to add Commanders star Darren Payne. Like Sham, Pro Football Focus Jonathan Macri believes the Cowboys should look for a way to add Payne. The Cowboys' defense was one of the top units in the NFL this season, allowing just 20.1 points per game, which was tied for the fifth fewest. Yet, it was the middle of the defense that was among the team's weaknesses, allowing 129.3 rushing yards per game, which was 22nd in the NFL. Payne is coming off a career year after posting his highest pressure, 49, and sack totals, 11.5, in 5 NFL seasons, Macri wrote on January 26. The franchise tag is still a possibility for the former first-round pick, but assuming he walks in free agency, the Cowboys could fill a significant need by adding him to the roster. Dallas' interior defensive line, outside of Osa Odighizuwa, was relatively ineffective this season, ranking 28th in overall grade as a unit, 48.1, while generating just 5 sacks, 27th, 4 of which came from Odighizuwa, and 64 total pressures, 29th. With Odighizuwa on his rookie contract until the end of the 2024 season, paying for Payne's production isn't out of the realm of possibilities for the Cowboys as they seek to fill the one hole in an excellent pass rush unit. The Dallas Cowboys have been quiet since being eliminated from the playoffs, but Will McClay, the team's vice president of player personnel, discussed the upcoming offseason on a January 23, 2023 episode of Cowboys Hour. During the interview, broadcaster Brad Sham suggested that the Cowboys sign Commanders defensive tackle Darren Payne in free agency. McClay did not reject the idea, but stated that the team would need to afford Payne. He added that the team has already begun discussing potential contract restructures, and that some difficult roster cuts may be necessary. Analysts from Pro Football Focus also believe that the Cowboys should pursue Payne to strengthen their defense. Hey Cowboys fans, if you don't want to miss any first